Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joseph Ward, and welcome to my On the Shoulders of Giants YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share this channel. And that notification button, click that notification button so every time I drop a new video, you will know what's going on. African history at your fingertips through this channel. You're getting biographies of your sung and unsung heroes right at your fingertips. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about On the Shoulders of Giants, where you can learn about yourself and we tell our own stories. Peace out. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my On the Shoulders of Giants YouTube channel. And as you know, I'm Joseph Ward. And let's go ahead and get right into it. It's been a while since I came to sit down and talk. But today I want to get into our unhealthy obsession with celebrities and our unwillingness to learn the system of white supremacy. Because both of them are not helping us progress, and both of them are part of our regression. When you refuse, so let's start off with white supremacy, right? When you refuse to learn and really break down white supremacy, you're not going to have a full and healthy understanding of how the system of white supremacy works, right? And when you don't have that understanding, you're going to make moves and you're going to say things that won't help you. You're going to continuously go to actions that you see you get no progress from, but you still go and do those actions. Now, the system of white supremacy, from my understanding and studying it through the lens of Neely Fuller Jr., Francis Cress-Welsing, Dr. Francis Cress-Welsing, Dr. Amos Wilson, we're talking about white survival at the end of it. White genetic survival. White people who have an idea of scarcity and an idea of fear, and then fear mixed with a God complex, as well as a wanting to dominate and subdue the earth and everything in it. So white people are trying to survive and dominate all at the same time. And they've devised a system that allows them to do that. But the problem with that system is, in order for it to succeed, somebody got to fail. And it seems as if black people are the ones in the world who have benefited the least from the system of white supremacy, who suffered the longest from the system of white supremacy, because even if you go read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson, he's breaking down how white supremacy swept through the West and swept through the world and destroyed everything in its path, the land and the people. We're talking about groups of people who have totally been eliminated and wiped out, eviscerated from the face of this earth. People who were peaceful people, people who have also went out of their way to help white people. But the system of white supremacy is not designed off the same morals that our African systems are. I've told you this before. We're dealing with savage behavior. We're dealing with a behavior of stark survival. Only the strong survive. And in order for me to be the strong, I have to destroy everything else that I see as weak. And in truth, everything outside of white supremacy is strong. And white supremacists know that. But the system of white supremacy has given them a false sense of strength, a false sense of godhood, but a true sense of domination. Because they're truly dominating the earth. A small group of people, according to population size globally, a small group of people are dominating the majority of the earth. And in my opinion, one of the reasons why that system of white supremacy is still alive and strong is because we don't know how to properly challenge it, because we don't really understand what it is. We keep trying to love our way out of white supremacy, and that hasn't happened yet. We keep trying to befriend our way out of white supremacy. That hasn't happened yet. We even tried to ignore our way out of white supremacy. That didn't help. Now, there have been plenty of people who've come to give us ideas and plans. Marcus Garvey, Dr. King, even in his later years, Malcolm X, Kwame Ture, all types of people who've come to give their idea, their breakdown of white supremacy and how we can free ourselves from it. But we seem to only go with the ideas and the tactics that please white people. And then we have a nerve to guess and wonder and cry out, why are we still in these situations? Well, we still in these situations because we're not choosing to do anything different. You know what I'm saying? Like, the moment we choose to do something different with the way we live, with the way we get down, the moment we choose to do something different, we're going to be straight. But for right now, while we keep doing the same cyclical things over and over and over, being mad for 2 weeks, and then going right back to our regular life. We're mad at Kanye West. We're mad at Waffle House. We're mad at Starbucks. What we're going to be mad at next, and what are we going to do different? I was looking at a video on YouTube. I forgot the young man's name, the gentleman's name, but I agreed with this video. Instead of complaining, start building. Why aren't we building? Why are we refusing to take care of ourselves and build what we need to build for ourselves? Why are we refusing to do that? That's a question you need to ask. You have to answer for yourself. Why, especially if you are an individual who are complaining but not doing anything. See, videos like this can be helpful, but it takes more than just sitting in front of a camera and talking and screaming. What are you doing in the real world, in your community, in your city, in your state, in this nation with other black people? What are you doing to make things different? What are you doing to make change? And if all you're doing is sitting around and talking about what's going on, you do not get what's going on. And one of the reasons why it's been a while since I made a video is I've been in these streets. I've been in my community trying to make change, trying to make a difference. And you have to do the same damn thing. We all got to get up off of our butts, get over our egos, get over our hurt, and really look at the reality. In the real world, white supremacy is kicking our butts. And our answer for white supremacy is to pretend like it don't happen, like it's not here, or pretend like we are aligned with it, or pretend like just complaining is going to happen. Pretend like if we march, if we have another march, that's really going to end it. If we have another rally, that's really going to end it. I told you white supremacy won't end until white people decide to not be racist anymore. But that has nothing to do with black people building our own and making sure we protect what we build, which I've told you before. That we keep doing the same things over and over and over. Stop complaining. Stop complaining and do something different. Every 4 to 6 months or every so often, something new happens that riles us up. We're back here again. People mad at Starbucks. People mad at Waffle House. People mad at all these different businesses for the bull that they're doing. And it is bull. But at some point, we have to get tired of being mistreated. Like we've said this a million times. We'll have a bad experience, which is compared to the bad experiences that is happening at these white institutions, a mild bad experience. And you will disassociate yourself with black businesses forever. Go on social media and berate the black businesses. White businesses do some bullshit, and you will find an excuse to still support those businesses. What the hell have we come to? And this is and this is all about the conditioning. We've been conditioned to behave this way. That's why we need to understand this is a part of the system of white supremacy, is us being conditioned to operate in a specific manner, because the actions that we take do not work to dismantle the system of white supremacy. The actions that we take seem to only at best yield a moral victory. And you can't win nothing with moral victory. You can't even take a moral victory to the gumball machine and get you a piece of gum. Moral victories mean nothing. First of all, you have to make sure your morals line up with the people that you're opposing against. And if your morals don't line up, moral victories mean nothing. And as of right now, that's all we have in the bag are a bunch of moral victories, with a lack of understanding of the system of white supremacy. Dr. Neely Fuller Jr. has a book called a compensatory counter-racist code. Go get it. The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept, a compensatory counter-racist code. Read the ISIS paper by Dr. Francis Cress-Welsing. Read everything you can get your hands on by Dr. Amos Wilson. Read anything you can get about white supremacy, white history. Read Michelle Alexander's book, The New Jim Crow. Read Dr. Joy DeGrew's book, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. There's a lot of information out. Like I said, read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. There's a lot of information out there that can give you a great understanding of what we're dealing with. But as long as we refuse to study the system of white supremacy and study our enemies and come up with tactics to free ourselves from the system of white supremacy, we're going to be tripping. Told y'all before, check out my brother Carlton Jones's documentary, The Independence Day Project, which is giving the ideas and concepts and laying out the blueprints for an independent black community, which we need. Even Dr. King was starting to talk about black independence and black self-sufficiency before he was killed by white folk. Starting to sound so Malcolm X-like, right? So that's the first thing I want to drop on y'all forehead right now. We have to stop with the miseducation of all of us and pick up these books and learn the system of white supremacy. Pay attention to history, whether it's black history or white history. Pay attention to it and pay attention to everything that happens around you on a regular, everyday basis. Now, the celebrity worship has to stop. The idolizing of celebrities has to stop. Everybody mad at Kanye West because of his tweets. Damn Kanye West, man. Kanye West, nothing about him should be that damn important. I understand you might be a fan of his music, but he's just a man. Just like anybody else, the man down the street. Why do you care more about a celebrity who don't care about you than you do the people in your family or the people in your community? Why? We have no idea. Oh, we have to support people who make music. If all the musicians died today, the world would still be here and white supremacy would still be here. If all the musicians died today, if all the actors died today, if all the athletes died today, we would still have these issues. And you can't tell me we would have nobody speaking up and speaking out, because that's bull. But we have it in our minds that these are the people that we need to put up on a pedestal. You don't have to put people up on a pedestal. Stop idolizing these people. You can enjoy their art. You can enjoy a person's work without you making that person the god of your life. Y'all might come after me for this, but I think the concept of that beehive is great and crazy all in one. I love the support of a talented black woman like Beyonce, but the zombie-like mindsets and behavior of that is crazy. Some of y'all might come for me, whatever, it is what it is, but I'm not lying. You can't sit here and tell me that I'm lying. Now, imagine if we took that same enthusiasm and fought racism with it. Or take that same enthusiasm and build up our community with it. Think about how live we would be. We would have probably already tackled the issue in Flint, Michigan with their water and around the country. Because Flint is not the only city, only predominantly black city in the United States with unnatural levels of lead poison. We did on my podcast, the Freedom Train podcast series on my network, the Freedom Train Network. Visit www.freedomtrainradio.com. We did a podcast about the lead levels within the water of different cities around the country. Man, there are cities in this country who their level of lead is 10 times what it is in Ferguson. Think about that. 10 times what it is in Ferguson. Like, we have no idea what we're up against. But yet we so butthurt by some damn celebrities. We need to stop. You see what they're doing with Bill Cosby. Now, I don't have a problem with us putting our energy behind somebody who it needs to be behind. Now, in the Bill Cosby situation, I don't have enough information to comment for or against. But we also don't have enough information, in my opinion. I don't have enough information. I haven't come across enough information to damn him or praise him. But keeping an eye on the situation. But we all know all the information surrounding it, and it's kind of interesting that women were allowed to lie. Now, like a lot of people on social media saying we're condemning and we're giving Bill Cosby prison time, but white people who commit these acts on camera are getting off scot-free. So let's take our energy away from worshiping these celebrities to making sure we fix our community. Because if we put that same enthusiasm into building up our communities and becoming one and uniting, man, we'd be a force. We'd truly be a force to be reckoned with. Think about it. Think about that. If we took the same time and energy and effort that we put into worshiping celebrities, we put that into building up our communities, how powerful we would be. Think about it. I'm going to leave on that note. If we put our time and our effort into our community, the same energy that we put into celebrity worship, how powerful we will be. Take the time to learn the system of white supremacy and take the time to build up our communities so we can become a powerful force. Peace out.